guys, welcome to my channel. Tonight we're talking about the iconic duo, the gospel group of Mary Mary. Welcome to my channel. This is Tao Lit. You guys, we're talking about the music duo who came up with I'm Walking, Yesterday, and Go Get It. Some of our favorite songs. You guys, remember to like and comment as you come in. You guys, let's get into it. You guys, I'm doing a review over the reality show that was actually done back in 2012. You guys, I really enjoyed this show and I wanted to talk about it. You guys, first of all, we're being introduced in the reality show of Mary Mary, Erica Campbell. Erica Campbell is one of half of Mary Mary. Erica is the more calm sister in the duo, right? And then we're introduced to Tina. Tina is the more feisty one, the more I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to say how I feel, and I don't care who likes it or whatever, because things going to have to go a certain way in order for her to participate. You guys, we're then introduced with Warren Campbell. Warren Campbell is the husband of Erica Campbell. He's also their producer. Mary Mary is signed to Warren Campbell. Then we have Teddy Campbell. I guess Teddy and Warren, they may be related. I'm not sure, but I think they are. Teddy is the husband of Tina Campbell, and he is a drummer at this time, a drummer at the Tonight Show. You guys, then they introduce Mitchell, which is their manager. And at this point, he has been their manager for about a year. You guys, we're going to go on into Gugu. Gugu is their stylist / sister. She's their sister and she has to style them. So she has a dual role to play in Mary Mary. You guys, so this has been like a great show that I enjoyed. First off, you guys, we can kind of tell that Gugu has an issue. Well, Gugu has like and I think they all have like a big part to play in the Mary Mary production, right? Let's be honest, let's be real. Gugu and Mitchell, from what we can see, they don't necessarily get along. We see that kind of like obvious and it's blatant that they don't necessarily get along, or they bump heads a lot, right? So you guys, when we go into this first review, they actually have an event that they have to get ready to go to. At the beginning of this episode, you guys, we see the family all at the studio, and the kids, because they all have kids, right? They're having a good time. Then someone says, okay, time is of the essence. We got to get on the red eye. We got to get on that red eye. We got to get to this next event, right? So they get together. They go in. They check the styles or whatever. They check the styles. And they get on the plane and they get to their next event. You guys, we see them in the hotel room with full glam. We see the stylist, we see the glam team, the makeup artist, we see Mitchell, he's there. And obviously, first off, you guys, we can tell that Tina is a perfectionist. Some may call her a diva. I'm gonna just call her a perfectionist. Erica, she's ready. Tina sees something wrong with her lash or her eyebrow or something, and she had to clear the room so she could get herself together. They finally get themselves together. They're ready to go on stage. It's taking them some time because they seem to be kind of like not always, well, this episode, they're running a little behind. But they get there nonetheless because people are here to see them. They have their fans and everything. So while they're waiting to be introduced on stage, Erica, who, if I forgot to mention, is very much pregnant. She is pregnant with her third child. She and Warren's third child. And she feels like she's having contractions, or maybe Braxton Hicks, right? Of course, Tina is there beside her sister, making sure her sister's okay. But you guys, they actually go out on stage. They perform the song. I think the song was called, was it Yesterday? They performed the song. Give me a second, you guys. But they performed the song. And it was a smash hit. They did a wonderful job. And I just want to sidebar, you guys. These women are snatched. These women are on point. These women look good, pregnant or not. They have the body yada yaddies going on, right? So after the performance, they get back to the hotel room. And of course, who's there? None other but their manager, Mitchell. And Mitchell's in there, he's talking to the ladies, and he's telling the ladies, okay, trying to, I got some news for you guys. And they're kind of a little apprehensive because, I don't know. It just seemed like they wasn't ready for it or whatever. But I guess they feel, the way it came off to me is like, okay, something else. So what else? We just got off stage. Like, let us come down off this high. But Mitch, being the manager that he is, no, I got something else for you guys, right? So they want to know what it is. Mitch lets them know. Well, it's a event for the Macy's Day Parade in Atlanta on Thanksgiving. You guys, the ladies, Mary, Erica, and Tina, they are not happy with this information. They're looking at him like, and I would be too. Thanksgiving, that's Thanksgiving. That's when we spend time with our family or whatever. Tina, she immediately goes in and she's like, look, my daughter has a glee performance and I don't want to miss that or whatever. Somehow, some way, they talked it out and both Marys agreed to come to this performance, right? Yeah, they did. So, you guys, they get back home. They fly back home to LA. First up on the scene, we see Erica. Erica's back home with her husband, Warren. She's expressing to Warren how good their show went. Everything was excellent. It was great. It was all this and that. And, she's letting him know how everything went. Everything was good. So now she has to tell him, I guess, the bad news. The bad news, or the not so good news, or not so exciting news, is the fact that they both, Erica and Tina, both agreed to perform in Atlanta for the Macy's Day Parade, or the Macy's Parade, on Thanksgiving. Warren, Erica's husband, he says, well, you can go. But me and my kids, we not going. And the way he said it was like, that's a definite. What is this? And so, I don't know what Erica must have done or said or did or whatever. But Warren, he agreed to go. And he says to his wife, okay, well, you must be gonna fly as first class or whatever. So it was a go for them. Then we see come in Miss Honey. Miss Honey, you guys, if I hadn't introduced her, Miss Honey is the mother to the dynamic duo, the gospel duo, Mary, Erica and Tina. Erica informs her mom that they were not going to be in town she informs them first that they have a gig out of town on Thanksgiving, and her family are going to go. Miss Honey, which is what I call her, she was like, oh, y'all not going to be here for Thanksgiving? And she's like, no, we're not. And she was like, well, okay. Being the mother that she is, a mother who's a mother, right? And she says, well, did you tell Tina? Because Tina's not going to like this. Tina's going to have a fit. Tina is just not going to like the fact that y'all both have to go out of town and you're going to have your family there and she's not going to have her family there. Like, that was like, no. Then shortly after that, Tina arrives. And you guys, they're, talking or whatever. And then you could see that Erica was like, okay. But Erica, she asked her sister Tina, who is the her sister, her partner, do you think your family can come to Atlanta for Thanksgiving? Tina looks at her and Tina's like, no, my family cannot come. My husband has to work all day. And Tina's like, is your family coming? She's like, yeah, my family's going to come. Tina, being Tina, in my opinion, from what I can see, Tina's like, well, you know what? I really don't want to do this. Can we cancel? Because now I don't even want to do it. You guys, in my opinion, I thought that was selfish of Tina. Just because your family can't come and your sister's family is coming, now you want to back out. But then Tina, she has a change of heart and she says, I don't want to go, but because Mary already agreed to do it, I'm going to go. Because it would be unprofessional to back out now. Okay, great. So then we see Tina. She's home with her kids. She's having a great time with her 3 children. She has Leia, she has Mila, she has TJ, and they're having fun. They're having a little pillow fight, or whatever. And then Tina sits down with her oldest daughter, Leia, and she tells Leia, I'm not going to be here for your Glee performance, and because I have to go out of town for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be here for Thanksgiving. And I'm sorry about that. And Leia, it was so sweet. It was so sweet and touching because, her baby cried. And she was very upset that her mom was not going to be there for her performance and for Thanksgiving. And so Tina kind of gave her an ultimatum. What do you want to do? If you go with me, then you're going to miss your Glee performance. And do you want to do that? And she said no. And so, it broke my heart. And if it broke my heart, I completely understand the fact that Tina was just torn. She was torn because that's her baby girl, right? And then we see little Mila. Mila, she comes in, and Mila, she tells her big sister, I love you, and she gives her a kiss. And you guys, that touched my heart. It was so sweet. I really enjoyed that or whatever. And, so now it is what it is. So now it's time to get to Atlanta, right? There was some issues with the wardrobe. I think because Erica is pregnant, you guys, I think because she's pregnant, she has to, the dress or her outfit didn't fit for the fitting. But Goo, being the stylist, and her sister, she was going to get things handled and have it arrive to the venue or to the hotel the day of the event. Of course, Mitchell had an issue with that, and he was like, the dress better arrive, it better be here, whatever. Google, in my opinion, in this episode, she was being as professional as she possibly could. You guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't imagine the stress. I couldn't even imagine having to deal with that type of stress. I really couldn't. But I guess that's why, you have specialists and professionals in certain positions in life, and in you have people placed in this place, that place, and whatever, to get things done. I couldn't do it. That's all I'm saying. I could not be their stylist and their sister. I could be one or the other. That's all I'm saying, right? So you guys, they're in Atlanta But before we get to Atlanta, Erica, after talking to Tina, and Tina she wanted to back out the last minute when she found out that her sister was having her family there and her family couldn't come. Tina took it upon herself to call her brother-in-law, Teddy, and asked Teddy, is there anything you can do? Any way you guys can kind of make it to Atlanta? Just to surprise Tina. Don't tell her anything about it if you can do it. Teddy was like, I don't know, because their daughter had a glee performance or whatever, but he'll see what he could do. Okay. Fingers crossed, right? So now, we're in Atlanta. Erica's there with her husband and their kids. I want to say Miss Honey came. I'm not sure, but I think she was there. Tina's walking around. Tina's there, and it's like and it was obvious Tina felt like she was all out of sorts. Then we see Tina in the hotel room by herself, and she calls her family. And her family, she talks to her daughter, Leia, and she wanted to know how her performance went. And Leia was like, Mommy, can I talk to you later? I have to feed my goldfish, or whatever Leia said to her. And that, it hurt Tina. It hurt her feelings. And she was like, well, Leia, you can do that any other time. You're on the phone with your mom. And she's like, okay. And then Tina was like, well, you know what? Go ahead and feed your fish, sweetie. Go ahead. And Tina, my thing is anything to make the kids happy. She was all for it. So she's in there eating some beer nuts or whatever she was eating, or some granola bars or whatever she was eating or whatever. She's talking to her husband. Her husband is telling her, Teddy is telling her, that he's about to take the kids to the movies. They're about to walk in the movies, and he's going to call her tomorrow. And she was like, well, I'm feeling some type of way. This is Tina talking to her husband. I'm feeling some type of way because my family got everything else to do but miss me. And she was missing her family or whatever. And he was like, well, baby, I got to do something with the kids, da-da-da. And she was like, well, all right, well, go ahead. I just want you to know I'm not feeling very loved right now, but go ahead and do what you got to do with the kids. They hang up the phone. Tina's sitting there eating her granola bars or whatever she's eating. She gets a knock on her door. And she's like, who could this be knocking on my door? She had no idea who it was. Open the door. Guess who it was, you guys? It was her husband and her children. You guys, oh my God, Tina was so excited. I was so excited. She screamed, she yelled, she couldn't contain her enjoyment, her happiness, her enthusiasm. Y'all forget that word. But she could not contain herself because her family completely surprised her. So much so that her son ran away because this lady acting crazy. His mama acting crazy. He don't know this lady, obviously. So he ran away. Teddy meets her at the door. He has a bouquet of flowers or whatever. She's so happy to see them that she's so full. Her voice changes and you can hear it or whatever. And I love it. She runs after her son. She gets her son and he's so handsome. And I was just loving the fact that Teddy had him dressed like a miniature Teddy, right? With the hat and everything. I mean, just GQ, Dapper Dan, all the way down. And it was just a beautiful thing. And then we see Erica with her family and everybody else who was, I guess, with the label and whatever. They're having Thanksgiving dinner. Tina comes in with her family. She's happy. They sit down, they eat, they enjoy Thanksgiving, they celebrate Thanksgiving, right? And it's a wonderful thing. And then, Erica lets it be known, okay, we 12 minutes late. Hair and makeup started 12 minutes ago. So they had to rush off, get themselves together to perform in Atlanta at the Macy's Day Parade where it was going to be over 100,000 or better fans and potential fans that they did not want to miss out on. And it was a great thing. They did a wonderful job. They looked great. It was cold, of course, during that time. So it was just really good. Yeah, it was just great. And I just enjoyed this show so much, you guys. You guys, drop down in my comments. Let me know if you watched this show, if you liked the show. And would you prefer for them to come back on? Because I don't know exactly when reality TV started. But this is one of my favorite ones. Like, honestly, because these women actually showed us their day-to-day life, right? They showed us their day-to-day life, the ins and outs of being a mother, a wife, a phenomenal gospel group, duo. And they showed how they managed that. And I thought that was just really, really just great. Just great. And I'm not sure how many seasons they lasted, but I wish they could have lasted longer, because they seem so real, so authentic, genuine. Like, they weren't playing around trying to make something up for the cameras or anything like that. It was just really, really good. So you guys, don't forget, if you like what the commentary that I'm giving, you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know, do you wish this show would come back up? Do you think Tina Campbell is a little selfish? Do you think Erica should have not performed, considering that she was, so pregnant during this episode? Or, let me know your thoughts or whatever. I would love to hear from you. You guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Y'all have a great night. Bye.